Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
Good morning, everyone. How are you today? And welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everyone doing? Just fix this curtain, pull it back. I lost the use of my fan, so I may be forced to work in my bedroom today. I've had it for 2 years, so it's okay if it breaks down, I guess. Mercury retrograde got me again, or did it? All right, guys, how are you all doing? Who wants an oracle card for the day for yourselves? Hi, Malika with the red heart. Hi, Angela. Hi, Jenny G. Who wants an oracle card for yourselves? I will give you an oracle card for yourselves before we start talking about Palestine and Israel. Malika, let's take a look. Follow your bliss, Malika. Follow your bliss. Now, this is a creative soul, a magical soul. I'm also getting a business out of this. I'm getting sing your song or make it. I'm getting a new road. Get on a new road. It's very creative, so it also could be jewelry or something to do with feet. Does anything resonate, sweetie? Okay, soul sister. Hi, Siobhan. Hi, Colton. Does anything resonate? Of course, there's a unicorn here, but not everybody understands the magic of unicorn. Are you working on a new business? Oh my God, this is so crazy. Wow. I would say believe in yourself. Don't worry about any obstacles. The magic is already there. It's already there. Trust the universe, trust the stars, trust the sun and the moon. And because there's so much color and green, I would have to say that it will flourish. All right. All right, soul sister. I'm gonna. Should I leave this card out? Yeah, I'll leave it out. Too many cards for everybody to get the same message. It's not like anybody's asking a question. should have been like a an Atlantic City car dealer. I think I would have enjoyed that. So, sister, this is for you. What am I looking for, God? What am I looking for? Looking for lightness. Light. Be light, soul sister. Does that tell you something? Oh, look at this. Letting go. I surrender joyously to the ebb and flowing of life. So, I love this card because when it says letting go, I took it negatively right away, right? Let go of something. That's not what this means. This means fly by the seat of your pants. Surrender to life's ever changing moments in your life, right? Um, don't resist change. Don't control the change. Are you a Leo? Don't control the change. Um, I feel like you're not alone. That's why the fish are here. And although they're only showing two fish, you know that we are in a system, especially the water system, of many, many, many fish that get along in the same body of water. So I would say to you, color is a big, big deal. Use a lot of colors. I would also say that gold or copper is your color as well. Um, I would also say whether you're in a big sea of things or just with a couple of people, there is the ability to morph into and change others into accepting their role where they're at. I don't know where I got that from. All right. Oh, the Pisces. Yes, the Pisces showed up. I think that, what is Pisces? What is it? Cardinal, fixed, mutable. Are Pisces mutable? I would say, and I would say that I would love you to be more Piscean. That today let the emotions of the Pisces run through you. The Leo took care of everything, right? The Leo sun brought you to where you're at. Now we can let all that water come through. But remember, Pisces is like Gemini, it's also like Cancer, right? You don't do this alone. You don't have to do it alone. All right? What is it? Cancer, Gemini, Pisces. I feel like there's four signs. Maybe it's just three. I might include Libra in that because well, there is such thing as a uniscale. There is, but in the Libra, it's always about checks and balances, not weighing things, checks and balances. So I'm gonna include Libra in that, as a matter of fact. I just don't want to forget anybody. Scorpio, Sagittarius, Aquarius. No, I couldn't. No, I'm gonna leave Aquarius out for right now. Aquarius, they're anonymies to me. You know what I mean? Like everybody thinks they're a water sign. They're not. They're air. So there's something about Aquarians that people just don't understand. I think I should do a whole thing on Aquarians, especially with the world being in Aquarius. Like, I don't want you to forget why Aquarians are a whole vibe right now. All right. The reason why I'm bringing up Pisces, Cancer, Gemini, and Libras is because they are always within balance of their positive and negative. Pisces is usually shown the fish going in opposite direction. So is Cancer. The symbol Cancer is the same way, going in opposite directions. Geminis understand their opposite, so they're always dealing with their good side and their bad side, but they face it, right? And I'm including Libra, although Libra is a metal, which is unfair to Libra. Everybody else is an animal, right? Except the centaur. Maybe it's, well, half animal. But Libra is metal, which I think is really unfair to Libras, but they balance. So a Libra can never stay like this or like this. They always have to constantly recalibrate. All right. They're always about fairness. You get, I get, which is also Aquarius. Okay. I surrender joyously to the ebbing and flowing of life. What's your take on this, soul sister? Ashe. Oh. Anybody else? I'm gonna do one for me. I'm always doing for everybody else. Let me do one for me. Oh, wait. Take that out. I can't tell you how much I love doing the cards. It brings me so much peace. That's why I really want y'all to consider doing readings with me. This what I do brings me so much peace. So just let me 213-458-7408. All right, I'm gonna pull for myself now. Oh, let's take a look. What do you want me to know, Spirit? I like to choose the ones that are hiding. This is so true. Healing the past. I step into my future with strength and clarity. Oh my God. This is so true. I think what I find interesting here is the support underneath. Look at the trees underneath. Look at the trees talking to the worm. And look at the trees supporting a new plant here. Look how they're supporting from the root. I would say that for the past 3 weeks, we have had a crisis in the family that was unavoidable. Um, like, we stepped into the crisis, which for me brought up a lot of past hurts. And so for the past 3 weeks, I've been trying to reconcile my role in this change in my family and reconcile my anger and reconcile, in a weird kind of way, how to get back in. And then I was sleeping and my ancestors came to me. And what I got out of my ancestors was, there's no need to reconcile. It's not just on you. And still, it didn't make sense to me because I'm trying to figure out how to show up in this crisis. And yet I couldn't show up, right? I wanted to show up, but I couldn't show up. And so every day was a crisis for me, wondering how do I show up? How do I be better than what I'm capable of today? Until there was something put in writing. And then I realized it really isn't up to me. That's what Spirit said. That's what my ancestors said. They were like, stay out of it. And I'm like, no, you guys don't get it. I'm a part of the living. How do I just stay out of it? But once something came in writing, then it was obvious that I was not meant to be a part of a bigger picture of the crisis. And it's that finally freed me. Like it was like a bubble. It finally freed me. And once I got that, I think I got it last Thursday. Once I got that, then I had to process life differently. And then I was so okay with who I am, with how I operate, that I could now heal the past, my part in my family. It's not to say that the family is healed, it just means the road that I'm on is not the same. And once I freed myself from trying to get back on that road, oh, I've been so happy. I've been at peace. So I had to make a decision, which I did. And although I was stressed the day of the decision, I still cannot regret that I made a decision of boundaries. I step into my future with strength and clarity. And then Spirit showed me some things that I was responsible for. And then they showed me some things that I wasn't responsible for. And I was like, okay, this is good. What's up, Bree? Good morning. Good morning, Rhonda. Oh, you're so welcome, Malika. Many blessings to your business. Yes, I'm loving it. Thank you, Angela. 6 days left to my buy one, get one free rosemary oil. Let me be your example. This would not be a thing if I had not made my own rosemary oil. I am in love with myself and my rosemary oil. So, buy one, get one free until the end of April. What happened here? Oh, let's take a look. So, is that a question? Can you heal aside from your family and still show up as yourself? You can heal. You can heal. Your family's your family for a reason, right? So, what you can do is heal, and you could figure out why this is the family that you've walked into, right? Sometimes you're the healer of your family, but it doesn't mean that everyone wants to heal, right? It's never going to be about getting everyone to heal. It could be about you healing in a place of toxicity. Is that your lesson to heal? Because what you're doing in this life is something you did in your past life. So you have to question, why am I in this family? And what is it that I need to learn? And if you can grab somebody to heal with you, God bless you. But most metaphysical people are ostracized. Family doesn't get them. and you want to fit in, but you're fitting into a family that's not getting life, that depends upon religion, that doesn't understand that there's an expansive world out there with the fifth element of the sky, the space, and that we all are allowed to operate differently. I don't have to act like you, but I want to be loved by you. But if that's not something you're offering, I need to know that I can walk away and still be healed without your love. I'll go find love elsewhere. And that's what I have done through you guys. I'll go find a new family. Don't get it twisted. But that's something that you have to figure out and not long for a mother's love, a father's love, a family love. You have to figure out love is you. I am the love. And so if I don't get it from my immediate family, I'm going to find a way to be good. Always. Did I answer that question for you? Gotcha. I understand. Thank you kindly. I understand everyone's healing path is different. Yes, we are definitely ostracized. Child. I begged my mom. I was like, please tell me I'm adopted. Because my mom used to foster kids and she will keep a secret. She's the type to take a secret to her grave. And I begged her. I was like, I want to be adopted because it would explain so much. She never said yes or no. She just said, I'm very insulted by that. Answer me. All right. Who else wants a spontaneous oracle card? I like these. It's very like soothing to the soul, and I need soothing right now. I don't need no harsh enemies, no harsh elements around me. I'm not down for anything too harsh, child. I have been going through it since April 2nd. Damn, since April 2nd. Yeah, the whole family's been going through it. Angela, I'll take a reading. Okay. Hi, Incognito. Hi, Brina. Sure, sure, Bree. Let me do Angela first. Your card is communicating freely. I communicate from the depths of my being. Now, this is a very interesting card because I'm going to tell you what I see. I see a dove kissing a human, breathing life into the human. I don't know why I see that, but that's what I see. I see a beautiful dove giving you the free will to communicate softly, effectively, emotionally, be responsible. Do you have harsh elements inside you sometimes, Angela, where you maybe speak more emphatically, but give yourself permission to speak with flowers and with better emotions for the person on the other side that you're talking to? This is such a beautiful card. I communicate from the depths of my being. I'm also getting, Angela, that if you want to invest in astrology now or the stars, could be astronomy or something to do with CERN, NASA, SpaceX, something to do with that. If you want to, also there's a note here. There's a note. There is a note. There's a note here, but the note has feet. The note is coming to you, so it could be poetry as well. I always think of poetry as sonnets. Um, so poetry to me is music, not spoken word. To me, it's music. Which brings me to writing, because sonnets are more free flowing. They don't necessarily rhyme. Definitely tend to a garden, and I don't know, but definitely give yourself permission to speak publicly. Does any of that ring a bell? Sometimes I don't speak outwardly, hold a lot in when I shouldn't. I'm in my head a lot. Ugh, having harsh conversations. All right, here's what I want you to do, Angela, because we're not about. You are way too mature. Nope, nope. And when we get to maturity, we want to change. So get my book, right? And I want you to participate in the 369 method. And so, 3 times during a day, you will say to yourself, I am speaking lovingly to myself and to others. No, no, no. I will speak out lovingly to myself and to others. Or any variation of that and write it 3 times. Midday, anywhere between 12:06, 12:07, 12:08, 12 p.m. Repeat what you wrote in the morning 6 times. And then repeat it before you go to bed or at bedtime. It should be the last thing that you should be writing or seeing or looking at before you go to bed. It should be, but I don't like rigid rules. I think if you write it enough, you incorporate enough. If you incorporate enough, you will begin to recognize that the thoughts inside your head will diminish and you will begin to have loving conversations with yourself. This is, I believe, childhood trauma. This is someone telling you that you're amazing, that what you did was a really good job. You know how kids come home with their little paintings and they're the worst paintings I've ever seen, but you can't say that. You go, oh my God, this is amazing. And then they challenge you and like they go, what is it? Well, the bigger question is, do you know what it is? Because you have no fucking idea what they just brought home. You're like, oh shit, this is terrible. But you can't say it. And you're like, and then you trick them into telling you what it is. And then you look at it every which way, right? You're like this. Oh, or you're like, Mom, it's upside down. Oh, that's a turtle. It looks exactly like a house. Well, show me up. Show me. Got it. You're totally lying to the kid. Got it. Got it. That right there, that's an artist. And then you say, my God, please don't let this kid be an artist. Please. It's not going to work out for them. But you say it inside your head. Many of us have endured degrading conversations. So I have a funny feeling you're having conversations inside your head that don't belong to you, that it was something you might have heard all your life. So what you do is you take that horrible picture that the 5-year-old just drew, and you put it on your refrigerator. And then every day you say to the child, I love coming to the refrigerator because of this painting. I feel blessed that you drew this, blah, blah. I feel like you didn't get that. And then when the kid is 30, you're like, you were a horrible artist. What? Horrible. I had to lie to you for 15 damn years. I gotta confess, son. This is never working for me. Meanwhile, he has children that he is passing on those loving expressions, and you're sitting back going, well, I did that. I made that so that he could be kind to his children. Except that he believes it. I didn't believe it. Bree goes, I didn't want to laugh, but your descriptions are hilarious. Angela, when I find myself having harsh combos in my head, I do self correct and respect that I drew that energy to me. And that person has their own spiritual path that I too must forgive and respect. All right. I think it's a little heavy, right? I think at this stage of the game, it just fucking needs to stop. Just stop it. Stop it. So, how we stop it is to not have conversations with that person because you don't know who that person is. You have never identified with who is talking bad to you. Can we do it today? Do you know who that person is in your childhood? Oh wait. Bree is giving you blessings. Oh, Angela says, I love when I'm right. I'm just trying to prove to you all I'm right. I'm just like, I am writing a book. I want a garden, but I live in an apartment with no ground space or balcony, only a window. Try your window for right now. You know how you can get those things and it hangs off your window? Try a small garden of parsley, green onions, anything. I'll be right with you, Sinette. Let me see. Sheena, you're next. Or Brina's next. I don't know. Brina did next one. Oh, Mari. Yes, you're the one I have a reading with today. At 11, right? I don't remember. Let me check. What's your time? Oh, I just got a headache. Cynthia T just ordered oils. Thank you, Cynthia T. Yep, you're at 11, sweetie. That's how I. That's how I knew that other woman was lying. Oh, Tracy, I paid and I never got a reading. Like, shut up. I don't work that way. Kitchen garden. Yeah, just make a kitchen garden, child. Don't limit yourself. Don't be like I can't because I have an apartment. No, you do. You can because you have an apartment. That's you, so sister. Oh, thank you. I didn't even notice that. I'm like Cynthia T. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you for ordering. I hope you love it. You will. Okay. When you say probably my mother, that tells me that you have fear of giving it to your mom. You know, probably my mother, you should know who did this to you. In your maturity, you should be like, my mama screwed my head up. No guilt. Don't feel guilt. That's why you're capturing these words because it's a little bit, well, my mom messed me up, but she's still my mom. She's going to be your mom, but she fucked up royally. So just say, Mom, I got to free myself from your words because It's hindered me all my life. You know? Is she still living or passed on? If she, regardless of whether she's living or passed on, before you do the 369 method, write a letter to mom and be honest, Angela. And it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be like, man, you screwed me royally and I didn't deserve this. I spent my whole life talking bad to myself. And maybe I could have been a contender. I could have been a contender if not for you. So I'm mad. And I'm changing that today. I'm not letting you in anymore. If she's on the other side, you have to say to her, I'll see you on the other side, but I ain't coming out. I got things to change. I got people to talk to. I got to public speak now. Then how can you say it was probably my mother? Be honest, Angela. Call the spade a spade. You're not even talking to her. That's not a probably. Speak it. See the problem? You got to say it. Let me hear you say, I'm not trying to force you, so if this is too much for you, pull back. But you got to say, it was my mother. There's nothing wrong with saying my mother messed me up. You ain't got to say all that. Speak, Angela. Let your voice be heard. And I'm shocked that your mother is still here and there is no contact. Not that I'm making you feel guilty. That might be the best thing you ever gave yourself. But you never used your voice with that. Yeah, no, I'm not doubting. Again, even with that trauma, you had a mom that didn't nurture you. Does that make sense? None of it is that complicated. I promise you. It comes down to, was she nurturing? Did she care? And it has nothing to do with RA. Everything happened before the RA. It was always there. You noticed it better after the RA. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say? Yes, it makes sense. Okay. Oh, child. This was supposed to be easy. Y'all got me working. Write that letter to your mother. Okay? You don't have to speak with her. Write an honest letter to your mother. And I would not burn it. I would save it. And if you have to go back over and add to it, because what's coming out now, this is really good in the time frame. It's time for you to deal with this because Uranus and Jupiter, if you want your blessings, we got to go in our past. We got to start pulling out those boxes we ain't seen in a while. And a lot of us have Pandora's box inside of us. A lot of us. She wasn't loving or nurturing. Right. So when the RA came along, you expected her to be loving and nurturing. She was probably pissed. Because you know how they were back in the day. Oh my God. You'd be like, Mom, Uncle so-and-so. Walk it off. Shut up. You're walking it off like this. You're 10. All right. Okay. Okay. I want to help you with that. Maybe. Maybe if I could help you. I'm wondering if it should be fiction. Not real life, but fiction. And that way you can add more of your feelings inside because it is fiction, but some parts of your thought is real to you. I just help out. So, did I say something about writing a book though? No, I said, which is the same thing, I said poetry. I said the words are walking, the music is walking to you, and I thought of sonnets. Same thing as a book. I'm going to count that as the same. But, but, because you don't speak out, then what you're writing could be in anger. The words are going to come into your mouth. That's the way I saw it. The dove is coming in. So it might be better to work on you so that the words that come out will be flowing in a loving way where you are nurturing yourself, where you're not telling this story because you're mad at your mother. You're telling your story from the outside looking in because you're mad. You're you're insisting upon loving that little girl that turned into a woman, that turned into maturity, that no one took care of. So now I want you to take care of her through your book from the outside looking in. Nurture that woman. And you may not be able to do that if you're writing a book from a place of anger to your mother. Did I help? I hope I helped. Oh, bingo. She says, I started making an autobiography, but a couple of days I wondered if it should be fiction. Bingo, you'll hit a lot of people if it's fiction, not an autobiography. Everybody wants to tell their story, but they tell it from an ego based anyway, not an autobiography. Tell your story from fiction and then add in everything that you want. Add in your thoughts, add in everything. You don't have to hold back when it's fiction. When it's an autobiography, you think you need to tell the truth. In fiction, you get to tell the truth your way. I noticed the book started out passive aggressive, angry, but is ending softly and looking at my mother more softly. Look at yourself more softly. This book is for you, not for your mother. Present yourself softer. Oh, child. That was a whole psychic reading. All right. And listen, we got there because you said, probably my mother. Stop lying to yourself, people. You are not hurting your mother by saying, well, I think my mother. No, your mother hurt you. Say it. Deal with it. We got to go. All of us got to go. And we can't have people that are still holding on to some childhood trauma. Okay? Sheena. I'm going to stop after this. What's her name? Sinette? I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right. Hi, Kenneth. I hope all is well. It's well, thank you. Uh-uh. Nope. The angry voices inside your head tells me your mother always took center stage. Do not focus on your mother. Give yourself grace and give it all to you. Be selfish today. That's the end. I'm sticking to my word. I agree with this statement about my mother. However, she did the best that she could. She had her own issues to overcome. Yes. Forgive your mom for the resources that she learned under. Forgive her. But Sylvester, it's a little different when your mother has passed on and your mother is here. When your mother is passed on, you don't want to give her no smoke. And yet you still hold on to that little boy that didn't have the greatest of communications with your mom. So you're giving up the ghost, and still not taking care of you. So it's okay to say, I get it, mom. On the other side, you are not the best. I wish you could have let me do this, that, and the third. And because you didn't, this is where I'm at. But I understand you didn't have the best resources, but you left me with not having the best of resources. And I didn't know how to navigate other than to rebel. And so all my life, all I do, I'm not saying this is you, Sylvester, but all I do is rebel, because all I've been doing is trying to show you I can be this. And I just wish you would have just let me be. But it's okay to say it to your mom without all the other stuff. Is she had her own issues. My mother was a drunk, a total drunk. But I learned from it, right? I learned that I have the potential to be a drunk. So I have to modify how I drink, and I have to see, do I have the potential to go there? And so, with the best resources I was given, which wasn't enough, the most I can give myself is do not overdrink. Do not. Because I'm dancing on top tables, the skirt's coming up, the hips are start rolling. I have to know who I am and yet not be mad at my mother. So I don't say to my mother, oh, I know you did the best you can. I recognize from her history, she did the best she could. I'm still fucked up. So then I have to figure out, how do I get out of the clutches of historical, they all did the best they could. How do I get from under that? Because that's a whole thing. How do you step aside and stop the family traumas without saying, oh, poor thing? No, no. This would go on forever if it had not been for me. I stepped aside. I looked at it from a healthy place. I recognized father got problems, mother got problems, sister got problems, other sisters, special needs. My sister is special needs because my mother drank. Okay, she did the best she could with the resources that she had. I still got a special needs sister because she drank. I'm responsible for her now. That's the beast of burden. She could have been normal. She could have been a contender. And so now I'm like, I'm not mad at you, mom. I was, and I let myself be mad. That's the one thing I give myself grace. If I need to be mad, I'm going to be mad. I was never mad in her face. I was mad in her spirit. So once she passed on, I started recognizing how mad I was. And then I had to realize my anger is keeping me from loving. And thank God I'm in a job of loving. And thank God I'm constantly telling people how to love themselves, how to pick the right love. And I can't do that unless I operate the same way. And I had to realize my anger with my mother, it just can't stay anymore. It's just not working for me. Now, does it get conjured up? Yes. That's why people drink and have addictions, because the memory always gets conjured up. And when it conjures up, boom, I let it out. Unforgiving, I let it out. And then I woosah myself right back in. I have gone to mediums to meet my people on the other side, and my mother came through recently. Because even on the other side, she recognizes I could have been much better, that she has to own a lot of this. And she came through because my grandmother on my dad's side pulled her through and was like, talk to her. And through the whole experience, she kept kissing my hand, which isn't a reaction that she normally has, but I saw it as growth. And she kept saying the nicest of things. She was so nice to me, and I really needed that. Ooh, what's happening? We getting educated today. This is a word. Yes. All right, Sheena. Yes, forgive her for the resources that she was raised under. Beautifully. Yes. Sun Knight. Oh, oh, I love that, Sun Knight. Okay, we're gonna do Sheena and then Sun Knight, and then we're gonna end there. Sheena, where are you, sweetie? Let's see if Sheena showed up. This is intense. This is my readings, child. Y'all getting a sense of how I do my readings because we can't stay the same. We gotta grow. All right. Oh, Sheena, step to the podium. I'm over here for some reason, so I'm gonna stay here, and I'm gonna go with this one. Huh. This is interesting. Emerging into grace. I open my soul to grace. Now, what's in this? What's in this is a woman that is dreaming. To me, she looks like she's on the sand, close to the water. The lotus flower is there. The lotus flower comes from mud. Something beautiful comes through no matter what. No matter what. Have you ever seen a concrete in New York, right? I came from a concrete jungle in New York, right? And there's a crack in the concrete, and a flower would get through, a dandelion will get through. That's the lotus. God reminds us every day that if we tear ourselves down, you're still a unique flower. You're not like everybody else, Sheena. I think sometimes you are trying to have a normal experience, but you're not like everybody else. Pay attention to your dreams, Sheena. And I think the elements are trying to talk to you. You are much more emotional than you give yourself credit. I want you to tap into your emotions. Because look, even at the seafloor, a plant is growing. All right. I'm also getting, Sheena, that you get along with so many different people. I don't even know what kind of fish this is. What kind of fish is that? An eel? That's a regular type of fish, but what is this with the long tail? You get along with so many different types of people. And to give yourself credit and grace, look at the sparkly shimmer. Can you see it, Sheena? I'm going to send this card to you. Look at that shimmer. You're surrounded in shimmering gold and silver. And look how she trusts that the water is not going to drown her. You have the gift, Sheena. I open my soul to grace. Let me look up something. Thank God for Google. That way I don't have to remember everything. Ooh, remember the days when everybody had to remember this shit? Nope. Grace, simple elegance, refinement of your movement. She moved through the water with grace. Grace is also about being honest, having goodwill, or to give honor or credit by one's presence. What means by the grace of God through the kindness or help of God? I think your name is Grace. And I think more grace needs to be given from you, of you. Grace. I think your new name is Grace. Or what is grace? We often define grace as, let me see something. Everybody wants to take it from a religious standpoint. And I don't want to be religious. I want to be spiritual. So it's kind of like my book, right? My my gratitude journal. I'll show you. My gratitude journal was hope. And hope became a deity. Hope stood beside me when no one else would. Hope reminded me of their existence. Hope said, go to sleep and tomorrow will be different, even though tomorrow was the same. And hope said, but I'll stay with you. We'll sit together. We'll eat together when you're lonely. We'll figure it out together. That was hope for me for 2.5 years. And then day by day, hope began to show me life, starting with my neighbors first, who are fucking annoying, and yet I love them. And they kept pulling me out of my hermit state. That was hope that did that. And hope for me is a deity, it's a goddess. It could be your God, not replacing the God, but it's like one below all the archangels. Hope is a thing that nurtures. You, Sheena, you are grace. So it's time to let grace out of you. Time to acknowledge that grace is bigger and yet you are grace. Time to touch others because you're hiding yourself. But look at all the odd people that want to get to know you. Who knew that a plant can grow at the bottom of the ocean? Who knew a lotus can grow from mud? And what is that odd looking thing with the long tail? Is that a person that needs to meet you that we can't find until you give yourself the grace? Let grace out of you. Don't hide her anymore. What do you think, Sheena? Grace cannot be earned, it is something that is freely given. We count on God's grace, don't we? Grace is God. Oh, you're driving. Oh, don't worry, sweetie. Drive. Taking it all in. Okay, good, good, good. Do you want me to send this card to you? Oh, Bree, I didn't see you. Let me do Sinette first then. I'm sorry, I didn't see you. There you go. That's a good example of grace for Sheena. My neighbors was saving grace. That's a good example. Thank you. The freely given, unmerited favor and love of God. God doesn't want to lose you, Sheena. Okay. Now what is it again? Sun night? Sun night? Let me know, Sheena. I'll send you the card. Let me know your thoughts later. Sun night. Sunlight? Okay, I'll send you the card. No worries. I'm gonna go with Sun Night, Angela. Thank you. I totally missed Bree. Thank you. You're welcome, Sheena. You're welcome. All right. You know what? There's a line going through this card, and I think that's odd. So Sun Night, that's the only one that has a line going through it. So I am going to choose the one with the line going through it. There's an imperfection here. So let's see why. Simplifying your life. I cherish the simple pleasures of life. And I think it's odd that she's cleaning, but is she cleaning or paving the road to simplify her life? Is she throwing things out? Is this outside her home? Is she throwing things out? But it looks like everything's in a cloud. So, do you need to clear your mind of so many things that you think you need to do or get accomplished daily? Oh no, incognito. I'm gonna stop with the Bree, but I'll do it another day. Don't you dare worry. Um, Boundaries. I gotta create boundaries. Do you think you're out of time? Can you not see the light? Do you have 1,000 things you need to do and accomplish? What are you doing? Your mind is cluttered with activity. Are you not exhausted? Because this she looks tired. I wish some of these things had black people in it. You know what I'm gonna do? I do this all the time. I'm going to get some brown watercolor and I'm going to change everything to black people. I hate when authors don't think of other races. So I'm going to change everything to black. Because this is a really good card set. I just don't like that everyone, there's no black people here. Get the fuck out of here. We suffer. Sinette, Sunright, where are you, sweetie? Where's your mind at? Because you're exhausted. I see an umbrella here, but I need you to let the sun in. It's summertime, so I really need you to sit out in the sun. Too much activity. Too much activity. Where are you, sweetie? Infinite, I'll do it another time. Don't worry. And I'll give you guys more time to uh to do this. Um I think you have your back to the sun. So, I need you to do some sun magic, talking to the sun. Let the sun in. No need for a cluttered house. Maybe it's time to clean out your house. And I mean, literally throw shit out. If you want to sell it, sell your stuff, that's fine. But there's just something else you need to do, and you can't do it if your house is cluttered. But I'm getting more than anything that your mind has a lot, there's a lot of things on your plate. And so I need you to release everything that you think you need to do. Release it. I'm not getting validation here from Sun, right? So I don't know. This is a very simple card, though. Look at this card. It's all convoluted with all kinds of things in the card, but she's trying to clear the path for a better life without all the I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this. Because it tells me that your mind is cluttered, maybe your home is cluttered, maybe even your car. Clean out that trunk. Do everything and anything it takes to reinvent a more structured mindset. That's where I'm at. I'm actually in your mind. It's almost, I don't know if you have a really good job and you have to do so much at work and then do this and then do, and it's too much. It's just too much. Time to look at how sitting and eating crackers and cheese in front of Real Housewives of Nothing or watching a movie, a silly movie, and laughing at everything, at yourself, because this is ridiculous, and not care, just not care. Um, and remember, this isn't about cleaning, because that would make you think, oh, I got to get up and clean. It's not about cleaning. It's about making a decision that I'm not going to worry about anything. I'm going to sit in my car for 20 minutes before I go in my house. And I'm going to sit with grapes because if I walk into my house with grapes, my children are going to eat the goddamn grapes. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit in my car and not give a shit. I'm going to listen to some great music that I like. And I'm going to let the kids look out the window because they see the cars there. And I'm going to give myself 20 minutes of nothingness. Sunright, let me know what I'm getting from this, please. Last one is Bree. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you, Angela. Call me for your own personal reading. This is what I do for a living. Change those words up, Rhonda. Never use the word hate. I think you meant it cutely, but it's not cute. Bree, Bree, Bree. I see something I like here, so I'm going to go here. Nope. I thought I liked it. Yeah, I like this one. Oh, upside down. Breaking barriers. I am expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom. What does that mean? I figured as much. That's why I highlighted this one. And I deleted the comment. Don't worry. breaking barriers. I am expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom. How broken are you, Bree? Look at those branches. How many people have plucked you until you don't have another strand of nerve energy to give? How broken are you? But look at the light that won't allow you to be broken. Look at the light. Now I'm going to show you a plant. Hold on a second. I got to go to the bathroom. So I have this yoga blender plant, right? And I was making my oils and didn't have enough peppermint smell. So I took the yoga blender plant and I took off all the leaves and I put it in my um, rosemary oil and I just let it simmer. And before you know it, the peppermint smell was effervescent. And then I said to God, I said, well, I took all the leaves off and it looked dead. And look what's coming through. There were no, I took everything off. If it was this tiny, I took it off. If it was this tiny, I took it off. And I says, well, what do I do? And I says, well, I'll just leave it. I'll water it. I'll see what can come through. I'm not going to worry about it. But look what's happening. It's coming through. This, I don't know what this is. This is a plant that likes to choke other plants. I don't like it. Look what's coming through. Same picture, Bree. Same thing. Same thing. I think someone has plucked your ever life out of you. And somehow or another, there's new growth coming through. And if new growth is coming out of you, imagine all the people that you could touch, that you could say, girl, I was there. I was just like you. You remind me of me, child. Let me tell you what I had to do. So, with all that being said, the light reminds me of the part in the Psalm. I think it's Psalm 20, 20 121. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. Yea, though. Oh, was there something about a light in the shadow of death? I don't remember. But no one gets to kill you. No one gets to kill your spirit. Just when it comes down to you believing that you are on your last straw, new life gets pumped into you because you see and saw the light. God never abandons us. We might feel abandoned, and I know exactly what that feels like, but we're never abandoned. If anything, God wants us to figure out that we are our own problems, that we depleted our own resources, that we um, be in contact with people that take from us emotionally, that don't nourish us. And so that means we have to look at me. And that means we have to start changing friends because the only friends you need around are the ones that will pour into you. And that includes family. So even if you have felt abandoned, are you? Because God don't want you. He don't want. So he's giving you something of sustainability here. He's asking you to regrow, to reinvent yourself. And if you could figure that out, you and God will work amazingly together. I am expanding beyond my limitations into joy and freedom. Imagine going through shit and being joyful anyway. Every time I turn around lately, my lights are out. Every time I turn around. And it's always at a point where it's public. I had just finished doing the Tracey After Dark. And then I went into group and I sat in group too long. Before I went to group, I sat too long. And I should have gotten up. I should have heated up my food. I wasn't supposed to be eating at 8 o'clock anyway, so that taught me something, right? Lights go out. And I went into group anyway. And I was like, my lights are out. They were like, oh, Tracey, what's that? What's happening? We don't see you. I was like, oh, my lights are out. And everybody wanted pity for me. And I'm like, guys, it's okay. Like, I don't need that energy. I live with my lights being out often. So what do I do with it? I'm like, lights are out, which I didn't care. I just wanted to eat. Somebody better feed me. So I just called my neighbor, John, and I was like, listen, there's no lights. He wasn't home yet. I was like, whenever you get back, if you could just take me to McDonald's. Because I don't even want to drive in the dark, right? I was like, if you could just take me to McDonald's, I would appreciate that. Not even a question. Boom. Pulled up, got in, got some McDonald's that I didn't want to eat. I had cabbage and curry chicken. I had healthy food. Couldn't eat it. So rather than be upset, I enjoyed me my McDonald's. This was before the fast, by the way. The fast didn't start till Saturday. In any case, I am expanding beyond my limitations into joy and freedom. I'm not stuck in a world that somebody put me in. Nope. Nope. Last year, I rid myself of a lot of people I thought were friends. I am ready for new light and new life. Yes, new light and new life. Yes. All right, guys. Good, good, good. That was fun. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. And I'm hot now. I hate when I get hot. Whew. Soul Sister says, listen to this, Bree. Leaves and flowers are mere extensions of the rooted foundation. Light heals. Oh, that's so beautiful, Soul Sister. Hold on, guys. Ah, all right. Let's talk a little bit about Palestine, and let's start supporting the college kids that are protesting for Palestine. It is not against Jewish Americans, but Jewish Americans, I need y'all to do better. I am not in agreement that you all are worried about your safety in America at a college and is in full agreement in the genocide of Palestinians. I am not standing for that. We have to do better. And the war of the past in our fathers' days is not the wars of the future. So y'all need to talk to Netanyahu. Y'all know he's crazy, and y'all know he needs to be in jail. This needs to end, or it's going to get much worse. Much worse. And you all need to communicate with your president in the US. And this is the way the college kids are talking to the president of the US. Now, we have many, many months to the election. We're going to be spending the rest of the election fighting with Palestine. So if this is something that you think you always need to give Israel billions and billions of dollars in military and money, it's not going to work anymore. It's not going to work. We can't stop you from doing that, but I think it's a damn shame that that is something you could do, and we have homelessness in California, that there's an encouragement to raise your rent until no one is living in apartments. You need to focus on America. You need to focus on America. If not for our monies, Israel wouldn't have a fight. They'd have to fight fair if not for our monies. So, does anybody have a question on this Israel Palestine thing? Is there a question? Or do I just need to say we need to support Palestine? All together, let's say a prayer that Palestine wins. I pray to God that Palestine wins. I pray to God that all the other countries surrounding Palestine, including Egypt, stand up against the bullying of Israel and the US. When will the turn of tide happen? Let's see. I think the turn of tide is happening right now. I think with this college protest in the US, I think we're in the turn of tide. But let's take a look. When will it show? I think with the US protesting, I think when other first world countries participate, not just college students, I believe that don't give up this fight, Palestine in the US. Don't give up. scream, shout, and yell. I come from a culture where I know what it's like to have people want to genocide my people. I know what you're going through, and we didn't die. I stand today because of protest of Martin Luther King era and eras before that, of the Black Panther era. Please, God, talk to me about Palestine. Please allow me to see anything and everything that you would like for me to see. Palestine are your children. They are your loves. They are your beloveds. Please authorize me to see and say what you would like for me to say and see. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. In your name I pray. Amen. Amen. Ashe. Now, the question is why? Because Palestinians are being treated exactly like the Haitians. And my long history dates back to Haiti. Freedom fighters. For real, for real. And once we won the war against France, the world to this day cannot stand Haiti. So screw all of you people. Don't like us. I'm not sure what I asked. I'm confused, Angela. Trace, you asked why the world needs, why, you asked why the U.S. needs Israel. I don't know what that means. What's the connection? Why is it important? Okay. When will the when will the tide turn? This is the fight today. There's a woman here. This is Israel and Palestine getting together. It will happen because it has to happen. I'm not worried as to whether or not this will stop with Israel. This is the energy. I feel like this is youthful energy forcing this hand, forcing this hand. This is the youth. There'll be an offer again, but there's always an offer, but there'll be an offer of peace. It's a moral compass. The key is that their morals. Do each part believe that each part is morally corrupt? It's going to take a while to get there, big game chicks. But it will get there with passion, but it's going to take a while. I'm getting the number 10 twice, and then I'm getting there'll be a new beginning in about a year. So I don't know if this fight has been going on for the last 10 years. It's specific. This is a very specific fight for the last 10 years. I think it's been since the establishment of Israel. If I remember correctly, Israel needed a place to live after the Holocaust, and Palestine said, come on in. And then once Palestine said, come on in, then Israel acted like Palestine didn't do shit and literally built a wall to separate the two groups. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm not educated enough. Please help educate me. Tell me in a comment what I need to know. But whatever's been going on stringently, it's been going on for the past 10 years. I don't want to do what does Biden really feel. I think if Biden is giving them money, that's how Biden feels. He said it. I don't need to repeat words. He's like, we're going to stand by Israel. But does Biden represent the U.S., which is why it's very important for the students to protest? There's going to be an offer, but the offer is going to take a while. So I don't know if an offer is coming in October. Their moral compass is off. Each one thinks that they are right. Um, I don't know if the structural change is going to happen in October, and then we'll see it better 1 year from the beginning of the fight of Israel bombing Palestine. Also, I want you to know that Iran did not bomb Israel first. Israel bombed Israel first. Israel did it on purpose, and it was very strategic because not a school, building, military compound was affected. Netanyahu did this to himself on purpose. He's crazy. The tides will definitely turn, I promise you, but all the elements have to participate in the tides turning. And unless all the elements are here, we can't have a new beginning. So that is something that they're going to need to figure out. Things will change because of a woman. And I don't know what this means. I don't know who this woman is. I know this is a man's game. So how this woman comes into play, I don't know. But nothing will change except by way of a woman. Let's do a little bit more cards here. It's going to come down to love for Palestine, all the world supporting the love of Palestine, and it's going to come down to big government, first world government, support the love of Palestine. That's what it's going to come down to. Without the influence of women, it will fail. So a woman's energy needs to come through. Israel will no longer be the star. You know what Israel feels like to me? Israel feels like to me the big brother and the little brother. So I feel like America's the big brother and Israel is the little brother. And they're living off of big brother energy without the fight. This is still a child's game. They're getting weaponry from us, but if they didn't get the weaponry, how big and bad would you be? Why have you not had enough resources to sustain yourself? And what are we giving Israel that's not going to military? I think we are sustaining the whole culture, the whole land. I think it's bigger. But the question is why? What's in this land that America needs? Is Israel that middle ground between the Middle Easterns? Like, is this about Middle Easterns more than anything? Is this about Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Jordan, who we don't have the best relationships with? Are they encouraged? Like, is this like land, like Hawaii's land, like the Virgin Islands is land to be able to see what's coming? So is Israel being baited for our gain? in the long haul. Oh, you sent me something, sweetie? Saudi Arabia. Israel's on the other side of Saudi Arabia. Iraq, Syria, Egypt, Turkey, Iran. Israel is being used to starve back all of these countries. Through the Biden administration, Congress, corporate media, universities across the country attempt to make the slogan "From the river to the sea" anti Semitic. It has also been used by Netanyahu on numerous occasions to refer to Greater Israel. So, Israel wants to go into Syria and parts of Iraq? Get out of here. The rules of anti Semitism have become U.S. law, with punitive actions taken against the nation alongside a concerted effort to turn public opinion against pro Palestinian protesters. No one's being anti Semitic, but this shit needs to stop. This is about territory. Am I right, Angela? It's happening now because this is the time of the reveal. Thank you. Israel needs to be exposed as well. Yes. Jews were gifted Israel in 1948. Exactly. America needs an ally in that region, which is why we fund them. Thank you. I just understood why they give them so much money. I just understood that today because it has everything to do with Turkey, Iraq, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and Egypt. It's a lose lose, Israel. If these countries, Turkey, Jordan, Iraq, Syria, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, went after you, there is nothing America could do. We will be defenseless. And so, what these countries are doing instead is not turning it into a big fight. Instead, they have shipping containers taking down our bridges. It's insidious right now. There'll be other things coming. If they cripple our infrastructure, we won't have the money to give to Israel. We got to fix that bridge. Oh, and other bridges. What was the other bridge they tried to take down in Tennessee? And Jordan. Yes, sorry, sweetie. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, soul sister. Is Brit blocked? Is Brit blocked? What's happening, Fit Came Chicks? Did Brit get blocked somehow? I'll unblock her. Don't worry. Bree, Bree. Bree got blocked? It says I blocked her? Oh man, I didn't mean that. That's what it says. I blocked the poor girl. Oh Lord. Let me see if I maybe I can unblock it. Oh Lord. Let me see if I maybe I can unblock it. It says it was. Oh, you might have hit something. She said. Maybe she's still there. Maybe she's got time out or something. She's back. Yeah, it says it was something was hidden. It's all right. See, I don't care. I'm not worried. First of all, it's fixable. Um, okay, she's back. That's all right. She's back. Good. Yes, yes, we see you. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So are we understanding that supporting Palestine, be on the right side of history, guys? That, I'm telling you, be on the right side of history. This is not a fight that I'm going to support Israel with. I will not. I will not. This fight is unnecessary. I will not support America supporting Israel. I will not. We're going to find a better way to get along. And if it doesn't happen, Israel pays the price, because America will pay the price if it doesn't happen. So y'all need to think real hard as to why this fight needs to continue. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I got it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. This is why I need to come on early. Mary. Amen, Tracy. No, Mary, come on in. You want to come in at 11:30? Mary, come in at 11:30. Had a reading with Mary at 11 o'clock. Child, I got lost. 11:30. Can you afford 11:30 or right now? Let me get the final outcome out. Oh no. I'm gonna take this one. I'll flash it. Okay, no worries. 11:30. Okay, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Okay, good, good, good. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna accept this. It is right side up. Child orphaned. Now, let me tell you what's gonna happen. These people are gonna fuck up our infrastructure. And don't get it twisted. They are in bed with the Chinese, with the Russian, with Japan. They in bed. They're all in bed together. Just because they're like, oh, we love America, blah, 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 blah. Nope. Nope. We are secretly hated. So, what they're going to do is fuck up our infrastructure. Watch. It's going to be a slow burn until Biden wakes up one day, past the election, in front of the election, and he's going to see he don't have money to take care of America. You don't have money to take care of America. You think protesting for Palestine is going to be the only thing you're going to see? It won't be. Once there's not enough money to keep sending to Israel, once there's not enough money to keep sending to Ukraine, Russia moves in, China moves into Taiwan, the surrounding countries, Israel won't have the war power anymore, and America is going to be looking like a third world country. Israel's going to be begging the other countries to survive. The bullying is over. I hope you guys enjoyed all of this during Uranus in Capricorn. Wait, Uranus in Aries. Because Uranus in Taurus in the next 2 years, Israel might get dismantled, and so will America. When the tables turn. Thank you. Vic Game Chick says, I hope other countries know that people don't agree with the government at all. That's up to the media. The media only gives us the bad information about Palestine. So, what do you think they're giving the other first world countries? Child offered independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering fear of survival. Spirit never lies, guys. Spirit never lies. I wasn't even going to pull this card because I was supposed to be in a reading right now. So I was almost like, I can't pull the last card. I got to get in a reading. But thank God I saw Mari answer. And I was like, oh my God, Mari, can we wait 10 minutes so I can pull the card? I wasn't even supposed to pull this card. Israel will be orphaned by America once they tear down our structure. It's going to be insidious. And Biden's going to wake up one day, or any president's going to wake up one day, and they're going to be like, we can't afford to give you millions. We don't have a package to give you. We got to give a package to Baltimore. This is terrible. Don't get it twisted. That's why they just banned TikTok. Most people get actual news from there. This is prohibition, child. But it won't stop. We are not going to stop putting out information for Palestine. That's what I mean, Angela. I bet some allies are secretly going after the U.S. too, because nobody likes a bully, and the U.S. is a bully. That's why I brought up Japan. That boat had something to do with Japan. Also had something to do with Mitch McConnell, who conveniently quit. All right, guys, I got 6 minutes left. You're so right. Thank you, soul sister. Look at America. We're on the way of becoming just that. Right. I know. America is spending money on the wrong things. Oh, you're welcome, Big Game Chicks. Very good question. Very profound question. As of lately, I'm having a hard time coming up with questions, but that was good. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed today. Call me for your own personal reading. It's what I do. It's what I love. And oh, that's my baby. There's this little bird that came from another tribe that they plucked his head out, and he was all bald headed, and he came right to me. He just, and I was like, are you bald? So I had to talk to the other birds, and I says, listen, this one is ostracized. Let him come in. And they did. And I was like, you hear me. You hear me. Take care of that bird. You know what I noticed? They let the bird eat, but because he's not from their tribe, they walk away and let him eat. And then sometimes these dogs, they can be really mean. That they chase him away. And then I go, play nice, play nice. In any case, his head started healing, and then he wound up with a mohawk. Swear for God. So I only know him because he's got this little mohawk growing. Great reading, Tracey. You're welcome. Americans, and I gotta go. Americans' foreign policy have been hated for decades. Thank you. The internet has exposed us, how the world really views us. Us in the UK, whatever happens to us will happen to the UK, child. Remember, it's our Pluto return. Bird Grace. I love my birds. All right. I love you guys. Call me for your own personal reading. 213-458-7408. Bye.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown.